It's your boy, FastLaneLord, CEO of Fast Lane Recordz. I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastards. You heard that part?
The life you wanna live, you could die for it. I bet the bag on it, my niggas gon' ride. Invoice really.
All right, so we got Lord jumping off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. We in here.
How you feeling today, man?
I'm all right, no complaints.
There you go, man.
Yep.
Go ahead and introduce who else you got sitting on the porch with you today,
I got
too,
my
man.
brother Quan, my bro Wax Hugs Films, my bro Diddy.
Okay,
We in here.
that's what's good, man. So what else you got shaking here in Atlanta, man? What else you
Shit.
working on?
Right now, I'm just working on this album coming out with Bruce Banner. It's called The Driver and the Shooter. I'm out here doing a little networking, not
Okay.
much.
Yeah. So how do you like the vibes here in Atlanta compared to
I
back at
love
home
it.
in Virginia
I love
then?
it. VA's slow, but
Hmm.
this is fast paced and it's a lot to do.
For
you know,
sure.
So I'm definitely feeling it.
Okay. And you're originally from Long Island, right?
Yeah, Hempstead, New York.
Yes, sir, man. So I've had a few people from Hempstead sit on this porch, man. And they paint it as a very rough place to live, man.
It is. It really is, man. Super poverty stricken. It's
Yeah.
hard to get out of it. You know,
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it is such a tough place to grow up at?
it's really no opportunity at all. For real. You have to make your own way. By the grace of God, it happens. You know, if you focus and stay dedicated.
I feel
So
that.
yeah,
So what was your childhood like? Like, what were you into as a kid coming up there?
running the streets with people older than me. My pops, my mom got killed when I was 9. My pops killed her. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. I actually witnessed it. So ever since
shit.
then, my life been a little rough. But you know, I make the best out of everything.
True.
Yeah,
That's a lot to process for a kid, man.
yeah.
So how did you deal with that mentally at the time?
It was rough, honestly, real rough. But you know, through my aunts and uncles raising me, they made me the best I could be. And I just kept it pushing. You know, sometimes I wanted to give up myself, but I'm here today, so it shows I kept fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surviving, man, for sure. So when would you say you jumped off the porch then? How old were you?
Shit, about 10, right after my mom got killed. Start running the streets with people 7, 8 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were they kind of guiding you on the right path or were
The
they?
wrong path, all the way. All the way, the wrong path. You know, they was already into the streets and they was introducing me into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was one of the biggest life lessons you had to learn while being out in the streets?
Everybody ain't your homie. Some people smile in your face and stab you in your back, for real. I literally learned young.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a youngin'.
So when and why did you move to Virginia?
Streets, getting in trouble, getting into some shit I shouldn't have got into, you know. And then my older sister came and got me out the situation. I've been there ever since.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how was your transition going to Virginia then?
super slow. It was slow for a few years till I got to meet people. And then after that, it was what it was. I was out in the city, out and about. Yeah.
How would you say the two cities compare or differ then?
Oh, they completely different. Like, I love Newport News, but compared to New York, it's like country, you know? So I had to get used to some of the things. Had to get used to a couple things out there. But once I got used to it and got hip to the situation, it's a nice place to be.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on, sometimes too much.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long did it take for you to like, you know, all right, I fuck with Virginia now, man.
Shit, I ain't even gonna lie. My first 4 months in VA, I ain't even go outside like that. So probably about 7 months, I got a job at a call center, got to know a lot of different people. And then from there, I just branched out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your transition leaving the streets and, you know, going legit, working a regular job?
Rough, especially when you ain't used to working. It's a big difference. People telling you what to do. You got to move on their time, not your own. And I ain't used to that at all.
Yeah, it's a completely different change of pace, man, from, you know, feeling like you're free out there in the streets, kind of moving however you want to. Then you work 9 to 5, like, damn, I can't walk outside this building until they tell me
You're
I
ready
can.
to quit.
Yeah. Real shit.
Tell them forget their paycheck.
Yo.
I'll figure it out.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how long you been making music? When did you first start?
I first started in 2008. I was a part of a rap group named Men of Respect Entertainment. I had an artist in a group named Bay Sean. He used to mess with Mano. Him and Mano from Brooklyn had the same manager.
Okay.
Shout out to Carl. And within maybe 8 months, I ended up catching a prison bid.
Oh, shit.
I did some time, came home. I wanted to focus on the music then, but life was just moving too fast and I had to catch up. So I fell back. I ended up catching another prison bid from 2013 to 2014. I came home and I wanted to do the music, but I had to figure out life. I got an older daughter. At the time, I only had one daughter, and you know, I had to make ends meet to be able to provide for my family. But after I got that squared away, I was on the phone one day with my homeboy, and he was telling me about how his people wanted to do a feature with Jadakiss. And I'm like, well, look, bro, we could do that. And he thought I was joking. This was last year. Ever since then, I've been back into the music scene.
Okay.
Networking.
Yeah.
Your net worth is working only for your network.
Real shit right there.
Yeah.
So who'd you grow up listening to? Who were some of your favorite artists?
My favorite artist is 50, for real. But after that, Jay-Z, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And those probably my top three. And Biggie. Oh yeah, Biggie too. I can't forget Biggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what had inspired you to start rapping at first?
Just something to do when there was nothing to do. I ain't take it serious. I ain't never even really think I could rap for real. But what really made me focus is I had started a record label, Fast Lane Recordz. I had an artist and we had our little difference. We bumped heads and my artist just made it feel like I needed him more than anything. So instead of letting myself drown, I was on some, nah, I'm gonna do it. And I just moved forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the label right now? You got any other artists or you just fully focused on yourself?
Right now I'm just focused on myself. It's hard to focus on artists.
Yeah.
Because one day everything good, tomorrow it could be some bullshit, you know what I mean? So I have to just focus on me. I know I ain't gonna let myself down, so yeah.
No, that's real. A lot of time having an artist is kind of like babysitting too, man.
Definitely is. A big baby at that. A big baby.
Expensive one at that.
Yeah.
That too, man. Yo. So yeah, speak on the importance of just learning the music business too as a
it's very important.
New artist.
Especially with us being in post-pandemic, it's very important. There's a lot of people that's gatekeepers that could, you know, help accelerate your career. Then you got a lot of scam artists out here.
Yeah.
Like last year, when I was getting into the music business, I had a feature with Boosie Badass. And I lost a couple $1,000s thinking I was booking Boosie for a feature, you know, but to the music, you just gotta know what's going on. Otherwise, you're gonna put yourself in a bad situation. And it's easy to get into a bad situation and hard to get out of it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and speak on some of the challenges that come with being an independent artist as well.
Too many to name, too many. First of all, investing into yourself is very costly, very costly. You gotta be able to first obtain the bag to invest into yourself. Then also, you know, your ROI, return on income, it comes back very slowly. You gotta know contracts, you know, you gotta know all types of different things because you can do a song with an artist, not put it on contract. If the artist is big, by the time the song blow, he might want most of your percentage because it was never put on the paper. So you gotta know a lot of different things. And through research, you know, every step I take now, I research it before I jump into it. Just like with y'all.
Yeah.
I had to do the research. I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely a good promotion scheme. So,
yeah,
you know, and then I just called you up. We made it happen. That part.
Yeah. And even going back with the features, if that feature's on a major label, you got to get it cleared through the label too before you can even drop it.
I got a song right now with Don Q. I should have been shot the video and put it out, but I was waiting. Plus, in New York, it was real. They was mandating a lot of stuff with the COVID, so I was trying to wait till it died down. Shout out to Don Q too. And by the time I was ready to shoot it, he signed to Empire. So it was like a dead deal. We're gonna work something out though to get the song out, but right now I ain't even focused on it. It's in the cut.
So what's your current thoughts on like doing features then? Having gone through so many, like you said, scams, and then shit turns left real quick.
Honestly, right now I'm more focused on promotion and marketing. Like it's cool to get features to have a catalog, but if you don't know what to do with them, then there's no point. You're wasting your money. You're going to buy somebody else some Amiris. You know what I mean? Some B-22 Dior's and all the other good shit. You know what I mean? So before you get the feature, know what you want to do with it. Yeah. Know the plan. Because having a feature is cool, but you could get the feature and think it's going to pop off. It may never go nowhere. So now it's collecting dust. So you got to know the right people, PRs, stuff like that, marketing companies to get you out there.
No, that's true. Yeah. You also make beats too?
Yeah, I make beats. I went to school for engineering.
Okay.
I spent a lot of money learning how to engineer. And yeah, I'm well-rounded when it comes to the music.
I see that.
Not just the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any producers that you looked up to that kind of influenced you to want to try at it?
Yeah, a few. DJ Premier, Knots, Kanye West. It's crazy when I got down to like when I moved to Virginia, I started listening to more down south music because that's like when New York was transitioning and losing, like, you know, New York's the Mecca. So for a long time, we was everywhere with the music. So eventually down south snatched it after Jeezy and took off and ran. So by the time I moved down to VA, it was a different sound, a completely different sound. And it really wasn't even an 808 game until Lex Luger came about.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lex Luger too. That's VA's own.
I was gonna say, he from Virginia too. For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So do you prefer to rap on your own beats or get beats from other producers then?
I have an in-house producer, my homeboy Tracks. I'm about to drop an EP called Heartaches and Pains. I produced about 4 different tracks off of there, but most of it is produced by my homeboy Tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's good. So what do you feel like brings out the best out of you and your music right now?
Pain music, because that's what I understand the most. Like everything I write is authentic. It's my life, so it's easier for me to talk about my life than to sit there and rap about something made up, you know? And since honestly I've been through so much in my life, painful situations, it's easy to express myself with no problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it therapeutic when you're recording songs like that too? Kind of being able to get those emotions out? It's
definitely therapeutic, really therapeutic.
Yeah. Beats going to see a therapist, man, save you some money too.
Yeah, that is definitely sure.
Yeah. So you mentioned kind of losing out on some money trying to set up that Boosie feature, but you ended up working with him though, right?
Yeah. We got a song called Know About.
Okay.
We shot it in Atlanta. Matter of fact, up the block.
Right down the street, right?
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
Oh, that was a dope experience, honestly. That was my first artist dealing with, you know, just sitting there waiting. He pull up, him and his entourage. And it's like, oh yeah, this is about to go down. This is it. Video time.
Yeah. And
I actually had my bro in the video too.
Okay.
Shout out to Boosie Boo.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the few rappers that what you think of Boosie before you meet him is exactly how he is when you meet him too.
Yeah,
man.
full of life.
Yep.
Full of life.
That's real.
You know, cool dude.
Yep.
Plus I had my bro Wax Hugs Film. He shot the video.
Okay.
Never mess with the rest, mess with the best. Wax got you heard that part?
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, he shoot all my videos, for real. Almost every video I got.
Okay.
It's all his artwork.
That's
and
dope.
my vision.
That's dope right there.
Probably won't mess with nobody else, for real.
Yeah. Keep everything in the house, man.
Yep.
All right. So what's been one of like the biggest risk you took for your career so far that paid off for you, man?
Just jumping out there, for real. Just jumping out there. Saying forget it all and putting my all into it. Yeah. Sleepless nights and everything, literally. Sometimes I wouldn't even go to sleep and have to get right back to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest, you know.
And he willing to bet on him. I got to say that.
Roll the dice.
Say that about my brother. Like, he bet on him, he invested in him. He ain't afraid to spend that bag on his education, on his investments for marketing and promotion and whatever he needs. And that separates the difference from where any of us at and where others want to be. And that's just a gem.
Yep.
So do you also engineer for other artists, or you just be engineering for yourself?
I would like to, but honestly, most artists, up and coming artists, don't even want to get their songs mixed nor mastered. They want to go in the studio and be like, yo, I like this. Now they want to take it to the hood and have their homies gas them up. That's probably why a lot of them ain't where they need to be too. You got to invest. So, you know, instead of them coming and getting the mixing and mastering for say $200, $300, they rather record it for $30 an hour, and now they think it's done. Now they on iTunes, blowing people's speakers up.
Real
you know what I mean?
That's true. That's definitely true, man.
But I definitely would like to mix for some artists. If y'all need it, just holler at me. Definitely, I got you. And I'm certified. Went to school for it. No play.
There you go, man.
That part.
So what's the music scene like in Virginia right now? What's going on up there?
We got a lot of talented artists. But truthfully, it's like everywhere else, you know. We would get a lot further as a community if we had unity. But it's like, this dude is basically, you know, alpha male egos. This dude, he feel he the best. He don't want to work with this dude. He might not charge that dude. He want to charge you, all types of crazy stuff. And that ain't going to help us grow at all. But at the same time, when I first started the music, I used to come to people who knew a lot more than what I did. Like, yo, let me invest into the situation and let's make it happen. And they'll laugh. But guess what? I'm laughing now, you know what I mean? I'm a lot further than a lot of dudes, and I ain't trying to pat myself on the back. It's just that I roll the dice and I invest in myself and I have a dream and I'm gonna keep going. That's all it's about. When you dream, you gotta push it.
Preach that shit, man, for sure, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this new single with Lil Jairmy, man, called War.
Oh, man. Yo, it's crazy. Like, it's so crazy about the whole situation. Shout out to my bro, Big E, and my other bro, E. He put it together, E, because he's real close with my man, Marvin. Marv, you the guy. That's Lil Jairmy manager, one of Lil Jairmy managers. And he put it together. I went down to Houston for the session. At the same time, when we finished the session, we did the video. But that almost ain't even happened. That was kind of like my fault and Lil Jairmy fault, because the session was from 8 to 10. I pulled up at 8:30. Then Lil Jairmy didn't pull up till about 9:20. And he got in the booth and he did what he did. Shout out to Lil Jairmy, that's my guy, for real. He got into the booth and it took him a little while to put it together because he don't write. He don't write at all. He just going, whatever the beat tell him, that's what he gonna do. And it's crazy because we was sitting there and out of nowhere, my bro came up to me. He was like, yo, it's about 20 more minutes on the clock and the session is over. So I just started bopping my head like, damn, this is crazy. Grabbed my phone, bopped my head, everybody looking like, yo, we don't think this is gonna happen. I just stood up, went in the booth and put it together. Yeah, and it definitely is doing what it does, especially out in Houston.
Yeah.
Because you know, Lil Jairmy's a big name out in Houston. He damn near running the music scene out there.
Yeah. Now, the song turned out really dope, man. Like I was telling you, I
appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
What can you tell us about your previous song, Life Changes?
Oh, Life Changes? I wrote that during like COVID. It's more about real life and how things could change on you drastically, no matter if it's an it person, whatever. And it's it's more of a political view of life at the same time, of my upbringing, you know, some of the things my uncles would embed in me growing up. Mm-hmm. I just went in. And the crazy part about Life Changes is I'm actually fighting a case in Georgia now. I end up putting on that orange suit. About 2 hours later, I literally was putting on a real orange suit.
Oh, shit.
Like, yeah, I'll never put on no more orange suits. It was me and my bro right here. We had to do the behind the scenes for my boy Dre, one of Boosie artists. I was doing the behind the scenes while he was shooting the video. Next thing you know, I really got locked up, had to bail out. Now case going on. Yeah, I ain't worrying about it though. Small thing, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing too serious.
No, that's wild, man. Like life imitating art right there.
Yeah, but that Life Changes, I really love that song because it's not about, it ain't no street stuff. It's really about life almost.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel that. All right, so you got a new project on the way, Heartaches Pain, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to drop it in November.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of the track selection is made by my homeboy Tracks. I also got another EP coming out this month. It's called The Driver and the Shooter with my boy Bruce Banner.
Okay.
From Sacramento, California. But Heartaches and Pains, I really like this body of work. It took me a while to put together. I got T.I. Artist 5 mics on it, Lil Jairmy on it, T-Rel on it. But other than that, it's just me, myself.
Okay.
And like I said, it's basically pouring out my whole life, like from the death of my moms to the differences with family sometimes. Even though I love my family, you know what I mean? We bump heads, everybody bump heads. So, you know, but I'm just putting everything down on wax and just giving the world the understanding of who Lord is, you know, because a lot of people do know who I am, a lot of people don't. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I feel that, man. So how did you link up with Bruce Banner then?
Through my bro, General. He go out to the West all the time. And he was just like, yo, I got a homie that he's really deep into the music. But the crazy part about it is I mess with Mozzie's music too, you know, and he actually came up with Mozzie. And they did a video together, him, Filthy Rich, Joe Blow, Lil Blood, all of them. It's called Let It Blow. And I used to watch this video all the time, like all the time, and never noticed it was him.
Oh, really?
Till I went and met him. I'm like, yo, hold on, bro. I've been, you know, peeping you for a long time. And he just bust out laughing. And ever since then, we just got real close to the point where he like, yo, let's go ahead and put this EP out so we can get it on both sides, build a fan base from both sides.
Yeah.
I actually just came from Sacramento shooting 2 videos for the EP.
Oh, that's dope right there.
Yeah.
So you guys are able to lock in the studio and create this together.
Yeah, he got an at-home studio, so we went. And plus, I did some of the songs at my crib too, but yeah.
Okay.
I have my own studio. I spent a lot of money on it. Nice studio.
I got you. You said that one's gonna be dropping this month, right?
Yeah. We actually getting the videos chopped up now, edited. We get the music. I didn't mix and master it. He wanted somebody else to mix and master it. The dude that does all the Mozzie work and stuff. So I was cool with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say hard to argue with that one.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. All right, so what's some of your goals for your music career? What are you trying to get out this, Lord?
Honestly, I'm just trying to, you know, build the buzz bigger than what I have. But after all of that, I want to use this as a stepping stone. I don't want to do music too long. I want to do other things and take that to like philanthropy. I grew up, like I said, at a rough time in a rough neighborhood, and it's a lot of kids that is going through some of the same things I went through growing up. And I actually want to be able to give back to them kids and make sure they don't have to go through what I go through. You know, sometimes people go through things because of what they're surrounded by. Some people are born into hell. You know, it's not their fault, but you know, if you could help somebody else, why not help them?
Yeah.
And I want to get into real estate. You know, I got a bro now, me and my other bro. We doing a real estate thing. We just copped. I don't even want to talk about that part. But yeah, we want to invest that money, man.
Yeah.
So that my kids could grow up and live the best life possible.
I feel that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speak on the importance of fatherhood to you and what it has taught you.
That's the most important thing in my life, due to the fact that, like I said earlier, my pops killing my moms. It put me through a lot of stuff that I didn't have to go through. I feel like if he wouldn't have did what he did, I would be a lot further in life, you know, because my mom was way more stricter than my pops was. But yeah, fatherhood, you got to be in them kids' lives, man, because it'll change stuff drastically. You know? A lot of people who run the streets now probably didn't grow up with their father. Yeah. And mother had to do what she had to do, if she had to do it, however it go, but it definitely trickles down to them kids. Mm-hmm. And that's not cool at all. Yeah. At all.
Real shit, man. Anything else you working on, Lord?
Nah, just trying to work on being a better person day by day. You know, I got a lot of fuck ups and spills in life. I just want to be the best me I could be. and just the best dad I could be, and artist, and entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, I got a couple projects I'm working on, but nothing serious.
I feel that. All right, you got any last words for your fans? Any shout outs you like to give?
Yeah, I want to shout out my bro Diddy, my bro Quan, my bro Wax for pulling up. Support is always there. I want to shout out my family. I want to shout out my boy J. Coop, Nightlife, for putting together that Boosie feature, Marv for putting together that Lil Jairmy feature, you know. Shout out my bro Squirt, which is T.I. little cousin, for connecting the dots with me and 5 Mics. Other than that, you know, I like to thank the fans too, because without y'all, it wouldn't be no me. And, you know, that's about it. And follow me, FastLaneLord, on all streaming platforms. Listen to it. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube. Other than that, nah, not much more. Oh, and I want to thank you for having me, you know, that part. Yeah.
No problem, man.
And it's us, never them. Keep winning, you heard?
The life you wanna live, you could die for it. I bet the bag on it, my niggas gon' ride. And boys really want war, you get up happy.